Audio check 1, 2. A very good morning and welcome to Kowloon Cricket Club. Delayed start for commentary. Bushy with you. Aaron Bush here for the first Premier League one-day series game at Kowloon Cricket Club. It is PACC up against KCC. PACC home game. We'll run through the teams very shortly as Teak is bowling from the pavilion end. And one of the new players for PACC this year, Hamza Mahmood Khan. Out to the middle early after a first ball wicket. Zishan Ali, the huge wicket. The two Hong Kong China players up against each other. Atiq Iqbal and Zishan Ali out early today. Some changes for our broadcast and also for the game. We'll run through those details as well. Well, that's driven nicely. It's going to be the first boundary. Just pushed that one through his extra cover. nicely played. Teak looking to finish off the over now. Gets onto Humza a little quick there as he tries to pull it away through mid-wicket. Can't beat, I think that's Cullen Chulu out there at mid-wicket. End of the over, successful, plus a boundary after one. PACC are 5 for 1. Of course, the big super typhoon Ragasa coming through Hong Kong during the week, and it's caused havoc. We're doing our best to get the games on here and at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. We're on the AstroTurf, unusual, but for both grounds, just too wet this week. And one other novelty, we'll be bowling from only one end here at KCC today. All overs from the pavilion end as Dash Vora takes the ball for over number 2. This will be a good test for Dash. He's bowled a few overs so far in the Sunday Elite games and struggled a little bit from the pavilion end. That short boundary, I'm expecting to see lots of lost balls today. First time we'll see Hafiz Khan. Took a 6 for yesterday in the Saturday Division 1 game, bowling, but then got out for a golden duck. It's a bit of a freebie down the leg side to start with. Dash resetting and pulls the length back into the body for another dot. And a few dots already, including a wicket, a couple of wides in the books as well. Oh, that's nicely timed. He's picked the gap, gone nice and straight. Another boundary as it goes into the short boundary at the pavilion end. Now camera from that end. Another casualty of Super Typhoon Ragasa. So just side-on cameras at the moment. Apologise in advance, but just managing to get a game on this weekend has been a task, and a great task done by the KCC ground staff to get the ground up and running. Shoulders, arms on this one. Big swing and a miss from Hafiz there. So a hat-trick of dot balls for Dash after going for the boundary. Another very handsome cover drive from Hamza Khan. He's 8 runs off 8 balls. He's hit 2 fours and seen off 6 dots, but both of the fours looking like this one. He eased onto it nicely. Picked up a boundary in every over so far. Still an attacking field. We'll run through the KCC playing team today. With the gloves on, it's Tommy Heisinger. You can see the captain, Jamie Atkinson, there, left of screen, talking to head coach Waqas Bakat. Azaz Khan back in the side after being over in the UAE with a T-kick Iqbal. Chris Carter, Dan Pascoe. Seen Dash Vora bowl already. New to KCC this season, Hassan Khan is in the squad today. I'm sure we'll see him with ball in hand as well. And Cullen Chalu, guest on the podcast this week, the 8 for 52 podcast. He sat down and had a chat with me. You can check that out on Cricket Hong Kong China YouTube. If you're watching along on there, it's sitting somewhere in the videos. If you're joining us on Sticks or KCC YouTube, head over to Cricket Hong Kong China YouTube and check out the podcast. Also in the squad today, Sunny Bimsaria, and we've mentioned already Waqas Bakat at his usual backward point there, bottom of screen. Everyone back from the UAE. We've already seen Zishan Ali very quickly come and go. 2 out in the middle, Hafiz and Hamza, as Atig comes in again. I think there's an edge there, and there is. The finger goes up after 2 slashing cover drives. Hamza Khan departs for 8. Atig's got 2. PACC 14 for 2. In early at number 4, Tariq Nawaz joins Hafiz Khan in the middle. We've seen a couple of 4s, 2 wickets already. I haven't seen any big hitting off the new ball. As I said, on the Astro, bowling only from the pavilion end. But it's been a very good start from a new look KCC Premier side. No Jay Davidson. Cullen Chalu, who's going to play 2 Premier League games before heading back to New Zealand in the squad as well. No Samad Khan, who's over in Sydney studying, playing cricket somewhere in Sydney. I think it's for Western Sydney University or something like that, his dad told me. But it's good to see their new speedster, Hassan Khan, in the playing 11 today. Set up in the field, 2 slips in place. Good idea with 2 edges already. Azaz Khan first slip, Chris Carter second slip. Atik, first delivery to Tariq. A little shorter length this time. As usual, Waqas at backward point. Sunny Bimsaria at cover. Dan Pascoe mid-off. Cullen Chalu at mid-wicket. I've got a deep backward square as well. Dash Vora there. End of another successful over for Atik. After 3, PACC Premier 14 for 2. Another over, another wicket. This time Dash Vora gets the big wicket. If Hafiz can't cheaply, he's out for 4. Heisinger having a field day behind the stumps. That's 3. Caught behind. Hong Kong China captain, not captain of PACC, but Hong Kong China captain Yasser Mirza comes to the crease at number 5. Likes playing here, always puts on a big score. I don't know if he's been practicing hitting those big boundaries in the UAE. He's going to have fun with these shorter boundaries at KCC today, but he needs to survive this power play. And Dash has found his line and length as well. Excitement in broadcast as we finally got the bowling arm camera working. It's one of those days. Thanks for bearing with us. See one slip in place for Yassim, the left-hander. They've moved Atkinson to gully. Nice and solid. What a punch that was. Straight down to ground. Should make the short boundary to the side screen. Another 4. So far, we've seen 2 wides, 4 4s, 2 of them like this, just about clipping that stump. Manages to navigate it down perfectly. Looks to find runs, 3 point, unavailable. Another successful over for KCC Premier. Another boundary as well after 4. PACC 18 for 3. Atik continuing. And Tariq and Yassim are going to need to form a partnership here. Was going to get through reading through the PACC team list, but wickets keep falling. In the side today, the playing 11, Mohammed Gazamfa, Hafiz Khan, already come and gone as well. Mohammed Wahid, as Atik comes in again. Tariq onto it late this time, through to that gully position. Navdeep Singh, Nazrullah runner. Tanvir Afzal, the captain. Tariq Nawaz on strike. Tariq Samir. Yasim and Z rounding out the playing 11 for PACC today. Can see the setup there, 2 slips and a gully for Tariq Nawaz. Full, drives beautifully, forward of point, picks the gap between cover and backward point. Keeping that run going. No singles, no twos, no threes so far for PACC. Just boundaries. And this one's just as nice as the rest. Maybe a little bit rolled over the wrist there from a tick. Full in the slot. Nawaz gets off the mark. Dash Vora. Big call of catch. They had the position backward of square. Chris Carter out in the deep, but he was too fine for that one. Fuller and better line this time from Vora. You can see that was a sort of a trap in that first delivery, trying to get Yasim to hole out in the deep. He managed to keep it square enough, just backward of square. Also managed to put it into the PACC players' dugout, so they appreciated that one. And there's that drive and a good dive and a slide in the field. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Hassan Khan there at mid-off, because he's the only player out there I don't know, well, haven't met before. So that was a good piece of fielding, because that was smoked off the bat from Yasim. Again, he's got work to do. This time he tumbles over the top of it. Makes it through. Another perfectly timed 4 from Yasim. 12 runs, 3 boundaries. First boundary with 2 boundaries in it so far today. Some good runs. Seven fours to the team name now. 2 extras. And that'll be another dot, but a good over. 8 runs coming from the 6th. PACC 30 for 3. The Teak continuing. Yes, him. That's Tariq on strike, of course, the right-hander. Yes, him at the non-striker's end. Handy little partnership forming, much needed. Flicked off the pads, and again, nice slide in the outfield from Hassan Khan. Well, it's a bit exciting. First single of the innings for PACC. Exciting, but also a little disappointing. Wanted to see how far into the power play PACC could go, just scoring boundaries. And singles, of course, are pretty essential as well. They want to build this partnership up. A Teak again. Well, back to boundaries as he swats that straight over the top of Cover's head. Sonny Bimsaria just has to go pick that one up over the ropes. Watch this one again. Cover drive in the air this time with the charge down and swat. And again, back into the crease. Swats this onto the leg side this time. Back-to-back fours. Yasim. It's an overstep. It's an overstep boundary. Big runs coming this over. Teak's 4th. There's going to be a free hit coming up. Yasim Murtaza, 24 runs from 6 fours. And now free hit might be a maximum. It's not. It's close though. One bounce. Yasim in a hurry today. "30-run partnership. 28 off boundaries and a couple of extras. Oh, single and an extra, I should say. Final delivery. Big over, 18 runs coming from the 7th. PACC now creeping towards that half-century mark, even the back of a 34-run partnership. They're 48 for 3 after 7. And the new recruit for KCC Premier, Hassan Khan. Oh, no, it's Azaz Khan, I should say. Hassan's still at mid-on, mid-off. Azaz Khan with the new haircut. It's not so much a haircut as a buzz cut. It's all gone. New look, new season. Back from the UAE. Looking to start strong here for KCC Premier. Slip gully and backward point in the catching positions. Fuller hit straight to Pascoe. Mid-offset back. Starts with a couple of dots as ours. Decides a couple of steps down the pitch is required. Still unable to find any runs so far. Be a very interesting game. I don't think I've caught a game with all these players before playing on Astro. Puts that one in the slot, though. That might be our first maximum of the day as it's smashed through mid-wicket. All the way, umpire Sean de Cruz puts both hands up. And after a string of dots, Tariq Nawaz brings up the 50 for PACC with a maximum. Up and into the trees that still exist, that is, after the typhoon. A few did not make it. Now a little check of the ball, just to see if there was any damage done. Seems it's been okayed by umpire de Cruz. And Zaz resets. Edge taken down low. Oh, just didn't carry. So close. Carter in first slip. Right down low. This is the replay on that wicket. Not wicket, just falling short. Back live. An eventful over comes to an end. Our first maximum of the day. The half century up for PACC and a half chance goes begging for KCC after 8. PACC 54 for 3. I got excited last over. I thought it was Hassan Khan, but it was Azaz bowling. But now the new recruit for Kowloon Cricket Club, Hassan Khan. Hassan Khan has been told he's the fastest bowler in Hong Kong when he's on his game. We'll see how he bowls today in his new dark green uniform. Eases into the first one and just pushed out to Azaz Khan, who's now taken over from Hassan at mid-off. Deep third. And I'm assuming there's that catching position, which is blocked from my position here of a backward square on the 45 catching position, perhaps. Oh, that's heading my way. Did it go all the way? That's the question. One bounce, perhaps, for 4. Awfully close to carrying the rope. Match referee Hasnan Kiani has to do the fielding on that one because nobody out in the deep forward of square. Boundaries continuing to pile up for Yasim. Oh, good piece of fielding. Kalanchalu at a backward point, diving to his left. Eases one on to the leg side. That's Yasim's first single. 33 runs, 32 in boundaries, and now he's broken the string and decided to rotate the strike back to Tariq Nawaz. He's just been watching it all go on, really. He's hit a maximum himself, but 11 off 16. Remember, this team was 14 for 3. Oh, big calls to catch it, but it didn't carry to anyone. It was a miss hit from Nawaz. And got Dashvora at backward square. That didn't carry out to him as he scurried around. 1 ball left to the 9th. Another quick single. This is a mix-up, a direct hit. Could be out. Should be out. It is out anyway. A big mix-up breaks a massive 46-run partnership as Tariq Nawaz has to depart on 12. PACC lose their 4th at the end of the 9th. They're 60 for 4. Well, an exciting over that was. 9 done, 4th wicket falls with a mix-up. Not very happy, Tariq Nawaz. Understandable, that big mix-up. He heads back. That looked like it was going to be a massive partnership and a vital wicket for KCC as they pick up the 4th inside the power play. The captain heads to the crease. PACC captain Tanvir Afzal with the non-strikers end. Hong Kong China captain Yasim Murtaza still out there. Umpire John Prakash just heading over to square leg for the left-hander. Zaz to continue. Almost generated a wicket in his first over. Next over, that same man departs anyway. Not happy with the run up there. Had rain showers before the start of the game today. Delayed the toss for 15 minutes. It's quite heavy as well. The ground looks great, of course, but there is some very soft patches out near the boundaries. Looking solid at the moment, Yasim. They've put the trap in place. I'd expect Azaz to put a short one in here. Atiq Iqbal lurking at a backward square. Pretty much where he Put a 4 last time from Yasim down in that area near the PACC dugout. This keeps it along the ground nicely. Barcut at mid-wicket comes around, picks up, keeps it to 1. And now we'll see the captain, Tanvir, on strike for the first time today for PACC. He's watchful on the first one. Fired up, lean looking Azaz Khan. Tidy over so far from Azaz. Wants a single, not available. Cullen Chalu, they're on screen. Like I said, talk to me on the podcast. Show a little bit of that after the end of this over. Gets one to zip past the outside edge. Just the single coming from the 10th. Power. Power play done as Hassan Khan continues. Wicket coming in his first over. A run out off his arm. Jobs it in short, but no mid-wicket in place. Sunny Bimsaria comes around from deep square leg. We'll have a look at the field placing now that the power play is done. And of course, rotation of the field. Wait until we'll see what's in place for Tanvir, deep square leg, as it was for Yasim. Wideish fine leg. Deep third. Might be it. No mid-wicket at all. So Hassan's going to have to bowl. And that's an overstep. No ball. So a free hit coming up. Oh, a massive swing and a miss this time. Tanvir looking to get off the mark. A little bit of aggression and big slash. Obviously, the eyes light up with that short boundary over the top of Hassan's head. But we've not seen any sixes that way. Goes for that cover drive, but picks out Sunny Bimsaria at cover drive area. 7 deliveries now. It's a 50-over match, so there's no hurry for Tanvir. Nice breeze blowing across Cullen Cricket Club today as well. Edge, gone, straight to gully. Jamie Atkinson takes the catch and the captain departs for an 8-ball duck. PACC lose their 5th on 63. A captain's catch from the captain. Tanvir Afzal obliges by edging off to gully. Jamie Atkinson says thank you very much. And they're half down now, PACC, just outside the power play. Runner comes to the crease at number 7. Yasim still out there. He's fighting hard. He's got more than half the run so far. 35 off 23. Needs a partner to stick around. And will that mix-up run-out be the pivotal moment of this innings? Broke that almost half-century partnership. Tanvir departs without troubling the scoreboard. Nazrullah Rana joins Yasim Murtaza. Five wickets down. We haven't even made it to the first drinks break yet. Hassan Khan, the new KCC recruit, gets his first wicket. Overstepped early in the over. Fought back nicely. I mean, good placement by himself there, Jamie Atkinson. He was just in the perfect position. If he was perhaps 1 or 2 steps back, it would have dropped short, but took it down low. Safe pair of hands. That cordon for KCC, the keeper, the slips and the gully, and the backward point are all ex-wicket keepers. So, pretty safe pair of hands. Tommy Heisinger with the gloves on today. Chris Carter, the usual Premier League wicket keeper. Jamie Atkinson, just behind the logo. Hassan Khan, 2 balls left of his second. Nazrullah Rana. He's watchful of his first delivery. Runner not usually one to be watchful for too long. More a pinch hitter. Has changed his game a bit. He's still young, just 23 years old, I think, Nazrullah Runner. Used to go out there and try to hit every ball for 6. Now looking more to try to turn himself into a fast bowling all-rounder. He'll need to today because his side in the first game for these two sides in the Premier League one-day 25-26 series for Cricket Hong Kong China. Precarious. Full and punch. He's going to start with the boundary. Bumped it into the ground and got it past the cover fielder safely for 4. Nicely played. Nice way to get off the mark. As Azaz Khan says, hello, runner. Welcome to the crease. Azaz Khan will continue. 11 overs done. PACC 67 for 5. Oh, a charge. It's gone straight up in the air, and the catch is taken. Waqas Bugger takes an easy catch, and that's the end of Yasim. He departs. Wow. He decided to attack Azaz, and he's just skied that straight up in the air. A complete mishit, and perhaps a bit of a brain fade there because he was looking good. Now that's danger time for PACC as they lose the big wicket. Yasim Murtaza departs. Mohammad Ghazanfar comes to the crease at number 8. Well, KCC well on top here at the moment, 67 for 6. 2 games going on in the Premier League today. Another one over at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. A delayed start over there. It's Diasco Little Saiwan up against USRC Premier. And Diasco Little Saiwan batting first. They're 70 for 2 after 19. Doing a fair bit better than PACC is here as Azaz Khan bowls to Mohammad Ghazanfar. Oh, got very close to getting an edge off his first delivery as well. Unless there's a late order fight back here from PACC. us up here in broadcast might be having a bit of an early day. Another very close one from Zaz. He's fired up. Oh, and up and it's been put down at first slip by Carter. It's parried away. There's a charge from Gazumfa. Now a mix-up as well. Gets back just in time. Oh, a chance goes begging. It's on the replay here. Up high and to his left. Got there. Just didn't stick. Off the mark with a 2. Keeps this one along the ground to gully this time, wisely. It's all going on. As I said, we're still 5-6 minutes away from the first drinks break. 6 wickets fallen already in the first session. Pushes this one onto the leg side. Hassan Khan to continue. 1 for 12 off 2. Nasrullah runner. Very watchful. Nicely behind the body behind the ball there. In the air, low, just short of Wakas Barkat. Another one. Half chance. It was not a chance. It was too far in front of Wakas, but another one aerial. We've seen that already. First slip as well. Millimetres, inches away. Keeps this one along the ground though. KCC fighting back. Big partnership between Tariq Nawaz and Yassim Murtaza. Now a distant memory. 3 wickets in quick order. On the toes. Pick up and throw. No, misfield from Azaz allows them safely through for a single. It's tidy from Hassan Khan. Oh, that's in the air. Does that carry to Wakas? Just short again. Oh, two chances go begging this over. Well, not begging, just not carrying. A wry grin from Chris Carter and Wakas to finish off a very tidy over. Just a single coming from it after 13. PACC is 70 for 6. Have a look at the bowling card so far today. Just the 4 bowlers used. Everyone in the wickets for KCC. Tufa for Atik. And singles for Dash Vora, Azaz Khan and Hassan Khan, who was also involved in the other wicket to get it up to 6 with a run out. Azaz to continue. 3 overs, 1 for 9 so far for Azaz. Unlucky, should have had a wicket last over as well. Catch put down at first slip. Liking that gully backward point region here. Nasrullah keeps that one along the ground to Gully and Atkinson. I think it's 3 a.m. in the UK. Steve Atkinson's up early or up late watching on. Very, very good morning to you and others around the world watching Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League one day for the first weekend of the 25-26 season. Thanks for joining us, whether you're watching on Cricket Hong Kong China YouTube, KCC YouTube, or Sticks in the subcontinent areas. If you're on either of those two YouTube channels, feel free to drop into the comments. Let us know how you think this game's going to pan out. Calls the catch, but no one's catching that one. That's gone big. Nasrullah runner. That's what we expect from him through forward square, mid-wicket region. They had Cullen Chalu out there in the deep square, but that was going all the way. And it's rolled all the way up into the trees again. Got it right out of the screws, that one. Chalu just a bystander watching it fly over the ropes for 6. Tip and run this time. No indecision, so a safely navigated single. Just doing the sums on this PACC score. They're 77. It's been 14 fours so far. 13 fours so far, I should say, which is 52 runs. 2 maximums. So 64 of the 77 have come in boundaries and 4 extras as well. Oh, there's the little red tractor. He's down there at the little red tractor today. Dash Vora. Again, they're going to chance it on Hassan's arm, and they get through safely. A bit of a wild throw from Hassan. End of the over. 8 runs coming from the 14th. PACC 78 for 6. Well, the dots continuing here. 8 in a row for KCC. And right on cue. Zaz yeets one down the leg side. Brings up the 5th extra of the innings so far. Back to dots. Runner chewing up a few dots as well. Two balls left to the 16th. Should get another over in before the drinks break. Unless a wicket's to fall. Pulled away, forward of square. That's gone all the way as well. Flat bat 6. This is nicely played. Pulled back length and whipped away. Well, that relieves the tension here for PACC, pushes them into the 80s as well. These two just need to survive this delivery, and one more over, I would suggest. Nothing too rash. I've really only seen one silly stroke. The rest have just been good bowling. And that was Yassim's big sky in the air. Sunny Bimsaria making sure no run available. End of the over. Big maximum and an extra 7 runs coming from the 16th. PACC 85 for 6. If you're just joining us, due to Super Typhoon Regassa, we're playing on AstroTurf for both games in the Premier League. There's no way that the centre wickets were going to be ready. We're only bowling from one end here as Hassan Khan continues. Oh, that's nicely played. Gaz, after being tentative, putting a few in the air on the offside, just goes bang, smashes it through mid-wicket down to the Boundary Cafe, where the Kowloon Cricket Club members are watching on. Picked it up outside off. And I said the last over that Hassan Khan was bowling, it's a vacant mid-wicket region. Just a deep square leg and a mid-on as they pack the offside field. Pack the offside field. Pun intended. KCC Premier against PACC, Pakistan Association Cricket Club. Should be 4 balls left to the drinks break. Good over rate for KCC. Helps when, obviously, only bowling from one end. No spin used at all today so far for KCC. Not Dan Pascoe in the side, of course. Wakas. Those two usually bowl 10 overs apiece so far. All pace, and why not? 6 wickets down. 5 off the bowling and a run out. No need to change anything so far for KCC. Captain Jamie Atkinson will go into the drinks break happy. Got that one to pop up a bit there, Hassan. Tall man, Mohammed Gazumfa. Does a practice swing and almost takes Tommy Heisinger's head off, but fortunately pulled out of the full stroke before any damage done. Boundary off the first delivery, then back to dots for Hassan Khan. 1 for 17 off 4.5. We see third umpire readying for the drinks break, so almost positive the umpires will signal drinks after this delivery, if it's legal. It is. It's on the pads. A big appeal from Heisinger behind the stumps. Inside edge perhaps as well. So there we are as we head into the drinks break here. KCC on top. PACC 89 for 6. Drinks break done here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Aaron Bush with you for this Premier League one-day series game, PACC home game at KCC. And so far, KCC all on top, 89 for 6. These two out in the middle, Nazrullah Rana and Mohammad Gazamfa looking to try to rescue the PACC innings. But Captain Jamie Atkinson's pulled the trigger and brought Atiq Iqbal back into the attack. 2 for 31 already for the strike bowler for KCC. Always in the KCC Premier side, of course, and also playing Sunday Elite this year. Is that a newspaper just dropping on by, as we do have another typhoon, of course, 800 kilometres off the coast of Hong Kong, which is causing the wind and some showers, but it's not going to affect the cricket too much. T comes in again. Again, picking that gully region, beats, backward point, work to do for Hassan Khan with the slide again. His third slide of the day, and a very good job keeping it to 1. The new recruit for KCC, Hassan Khan, making it easy for me to recognise with his sleeves on, flesh-coloured sleeves. Oh, I see Dan Pascoe warming up as well, just to the side of Atiq Iqbal, so maybe spin coming soon. Left arm up. Oh, and as a charge, he whips it onto the leg side, work to do for Vora. Comes around nicely to square leg in the deep. Another single. Inventive from Gaz, but don't want to lose a wicket straight after the drinks break here. They survived, got through. Nice, handy 24-run partnership off 38 deliveries between Nasrullah and Gazumfa. Runner on strike, gets the Yorker and chops it down nicely. A couple of chances going begging before the drinks break for KCC. And these two in the middle taking full advantage. Still no mid-wicket in place. Oh, there is a deep mid-wicket, I apologise. Right out on the boundary. Oh, this could be out if it hits. Awfully close. Atiq's done the pick-up and throw. No way in the world Gazumfa was going to make that one. It was almost a collision between Gaz and Atiq as well. Three singles so far off the 18th, into the 90s now for PACC. And just nicely played off the thigh pad around the corner. Takes another single. 4 runs coming from the 18th. PACC Premier 93 for 6. Are we going to see spin for the first time today? Dan Pascoe has the ball in hand. Takes the cap off. So let's say yes, the left arm. Dan Pascoe into the attack for the first time today to bowl over 19. As Heisinger puts the lid on. Go keep up to the stumps. Now this will be interesting. Both Nasrullah and Gaz likely to try to attack Pascoe on the AstroTurf as well. They've got the short boundary. They're protecting it as much as they can. Azaz Khan at long on. Atiq goes back to long off. Mid-wicket comes inside the circle. So does backward square on the 45. They're putting now they're putting mid-wicket back out. And a deep square leg. And they're bringing deep cover inside. Sunny Bimsaria moves into a cover point region. Pascoe's going to go left arm around the wicket, it looks like. Atkinson in slip. And we've got Hassan Khan at a backward point. Wakas Bakat inside the circle in an extra cover catching position. Four inside the circle, 4 out. Which would mean I'm missing a player somewhere. Sorry, 5 inside the circle with the slip. So 5 in, 4 out in the deep, 3 on the leg side. Well, right back in his crease, stand up there, defence from Gazumfa. Sunny Bimsaria on screen. I suspect he will open the batting with Jamie Atkinson, but we'll see what the lineup is in the second innings. A little shorter from Pascoe, flatter and faster as it dribbles straight out to deep mid-wicket for another single on the books as they creep slowly towards that three-figure mark. When I found out we would be playing on Astro and only bowling from one end, I somewhat thought we were going to look at it perhaps an 800-run game here today. Quite the opposite at the moment, but plenty of overs left for PACC with 4 wickets in hand. A nice defence from Runner as well. Oh, late onto that one, Runner. Lucky to get down onto it, honing in on that off stump. Still to bat. We've got Tariq Samir, Muhammad Waheed, Navdeep Singh. Say these two need to put on a big partnership. Oh, almost in the air, cut away nicely in the end. Hassan Khan with another slide. Good fielding. Like to see it. The slide, get up and throw in one action. Keeps it to 1. Tidy over to start with for Dan Pascoe. 2 coming from the 19th. PACC 95 for 6. That is just a chip shot, and only person that could have caught that one was umpire Shelton de Cruz. Lucky, that could have easily holed out to a teak. Azaz Khan set back on the ring, so he couldn't make the ground to get in. Take the single, puts Gazumfa back on strike. Yorker length, gets bat down onto it. The big man. As I mentioned earlier, 2 games being played in the first round of Premier League One Day Series 25-26 here in Hong Kong. We'll have a check-in at the other ground as well as Atik puts one in short. Gaz doesn't fall for the trap, keeps it along the ground to backward square. Takes another single. The way it's going, they're going to dribble their way up to the century mark. The half century, of course, was brought up with a massive 6, which I love to see. Milestones need to have a stylish replay. Will they do it here? They're 3 runs away from it. As Ruler on strike. Can always hit a big ball. But it is a Atiq Iqbal bowling. And so he's watchful. Over at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, the Ascot Little Saiwan taking on USRC Premier. The Ascot Little Saiwan, not the fastest of run rates, but after 29 overs, they're 98 for 3. Top score at the moment from the youngster opener, Arez Dar. And out in the middle at the moment, the captain, Haider Ali, former Bahrain captain now of the Ascot Little Saiwan Premier. And joining him just now is Munir Dar. So good game going on over there as well. Broadcast on Cricket Hong Kong China YouTube as well. Back here, Atik keeping it tidy. A throw in from Azaz, but safely home. 3 singles to round out the 20th. PACC a 98 for 6. Dan Pascoe to continue. 2 singles coming off his first over. Nazrul runner, 23 now. So he just takes his time getting reset. Starts with a dot. Dan Pascoe with the nickname Dot Pascoe, because he just bowls so many dots. That's how he generates the wickets. I say this kindly, but he can bore batters into making mistakes because he's just so accurate all the time. And they go do something like that. Sometimes it works as well. The reverse for 6. Well, that was inventive. Hong Kong China assistant coach Andy Lloyd down here doing the fielding, having a watch on. Probably wasn't expecting the reverse 6 to come his way. Well, that'll go in the highlight reel. What did I say about bringing up the milestones with big shots? Nazrullah obliges the 100 up for PACC. And then one zips through straight away, almost finding the edge. 104 for 6 now. Partnership of 37 off 56 between Nazrullah Rana and Mohammad Gazamfa. And that time just shuffles back a little and back to dot balls. I'm liking this innings from Nazrullah. He's played a few big shots, but he's also defended well. And again, just takes that step back towards the stumps to dot it out. Got the 6 runs already this over. Got over that psychological barrier of 100 inside the first half of the 50 overs. And now the first time we've seen the pavilion end attacked, and he's done it up on top of the netting of the sun lawn. That'll take a little while to recover. End of the over, 2 maximums in it. 21 done. PACC are 110 for 6. Atiq Iqbal to continue. Atiq's figures 6 overs, 2 for 38. Gazamfa on strike. He's defensively as well. Into his 7th over now, Atiq. Looking for some more wickets before he bowls out. Will they bowl him out here or keep a couple of overs in the death? I really want to break this partnership. KCC trying to finish it off well inside 50. Oh, and an edge, doesn't carry again. He's two in the middle. Their partnership is good, but it's come with some luck. Comes down the wicket, misses it all. And Nazrulah's going to have a little chat here to Gaz. He's almost nicked off to first slip. Then he's decided he wants to charge Atiq Iqbal. And Nazrulah's probably saying, Gaz, we've got to stick around here. We still have 28 and a half overs left. Can't afford to lose a wicket here. And so finds the easy single on the leg side this time. Clever play. No one on the leg side inside the circle, apart from mid-on, I should say. Azaz Khan is at the top of the circle. And deep mid-wicket and a deep backward square. 6-3 offside field. Nazrullah wasn't ready. Don't think there's any distraction behind the sight screen. Oh, a leading edge along the ground to gully this time. Surviving, seeing off Atiq's overs here. And just onto the leg side for another single to round out the 22nd. 2 runs coming from it. PACC 112 for 6. Pascoe continue his battle with Nazrullah runner. Nazrullah taking him for 2 sixes last over. Make that 3 now. Scoops it out. And that maximum brings up the half-century partnership between Nazrullah Runner and Mohammad Gazamfa. 51 of 66 deliveries. Helped by 18 runs off the bat of Nazrullah Runner off the bowling of Dan Pascoe. Said at the start of the broadcast, the chances of big runs over the top of the bowler's head with this setup today for the Premier League. It's always going to be attacked. And Nazrullah, especially Mohammad Gazamfa, will be down the non-striker's end, realising that when he has to bowl his spin. Oh, and he's just cut that one through third slip. Work to do for Hassan. The slide won't save this one, I don't think. He puts it in, a nice tumble, but can't cut it off. Another boundary. Nazrullah Runner moves towards his half-century mark. Up to 46 now. Well, he's winning the war here, Nazrullah Runner, against Dan Pascoe. He's winning the battle at least. Will Dan Pascoe find a wicket and win the war in the end? 10 off the first 2. Won't get that one past Hassan Khan this time. Just dribbled out through point this time again. So good comeback from Pascoe after being belted off the first two deliveries. And then just an easy single on the leg side. Rotate the strike with Gazumfa to take the final delivery of the 23rd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. End of the over. Good one for PACC. 23 done. 27 remain. 123 for 6. Change of bowler. Ateek will save 3 overs. Dash Vora, the other opening bowler in the power play, back into the attack. 1 for 17 off his 3 so far. Seems to be that kind of day where the quicks are finding the wickets. Dash wanting some changes in the field. Sonny Bimsaria to go out to deep cover, bringing Pascoe in from long off to mid off. Long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg. In the catching positions in the deep on the leg side. Third inside the circle as well. Atkinson has moved to a backward point. Swatted straight down, and Azaz Khan takes 1 step to his left. Moves to 48 now, Nasrullah. Vora to Gazumfa for the first time today. Good glove work from Heisinger. Up to the stumps, to the quick. And again, gets it past the outside edge. Good glove work again. There is the chance, if you can find the edge through the slip cordon, the third inside the circle, could pick up a boundary, but high risk, high reward. Feather edge to Heisinger. Looks like he's up to the challenge today. Oh, leading edge as well. Uses the bottom hand, attacks the short boundary and finds it all the way. String of dots comes to an end with Gazumfa just punching that one nicely for 6. And there's that big leading edge through the slips cordon I was talking about. 2 balls later, that's what happens. Picks up a 6 and a 4 to finish off the over. Another over going for 11. Back-to-back overs for 11 for PACC. They're 134 for 6. Straight through first slip for 4. Pascoe to continue. Got hit for 11 off his last over, and runners back on strike, looking to find his half century. There's that partnership now, 67 off 77 deliveries, biggest partnership of the day by far. If my maths is correct, 67 run partnership is exactly half the score for PACC. 67 from these two, 67 from everyone else. Pascoe to runner. Tries to scoop it out. Can't beat Bucket. Has to get back in his crease. Always tough work for the spinners on Astro. Slower pace and not nearly as much turn as you can generate on a turf wicket, of course. So it's more of the arm ball, flatter, faster, mix up the speed, the drift. Let's see if he can't generate a mistake here, Pascoe. There's the floater, the attack. Yes, up and over again, a big one. That one may have ended up in the nest at KCC, if you've ever been to Callan Cricket Club. You know the area I'm talking about, outside the main bar. Hopefully people, if they're out there having a morning cup of tea, are under the umbrella. And that's the 50 up for Nazrullah Runner, of course. Another milestone. That's 3 brought up in style. 3 with maximums. 54 off 45. Back live. And 2 full from Pascoe this time. Swatted away past Bimsaria. So again, just like the previous over, he's gone for 6 and then 4. Almost picked out our cameraman, Asif Hussain down there at extra cover. So how does Pascoe fight back here? At the moment, it's a rampaging runner. He tries again. As he tried too many times, it's in the air, just over the head of Azaz Khan. Picks up another maximum. It was only metres in that one, perhaps 1 metre, as it just cleared the rope. High on the bat, but again, enough power from Nazrullah Runner. He's picked it up a bit low, in fact. Azaz Khan thought he was in the game there, but another maximum. 1 ball left. Goes hard, goes high again. It's going to be 3 sixes and a 4 in the over. A big over for PACC. He brought up the 150 with a maximum as well. The milestones are just flying by here. End of the over, 156 for 6. Not much on offer for the wrist spinner, but he has to get through his overs. He's only got the 4 quicks in the side today. Looking around at what other options they had to bowl, they really only Wakas Bucket, but he bowls slow as well. He might have to use that slingy action he uses. I do see Hassan Khan warming up at 3rd inside the... It's just at the top there, above the logo. Stretching it out. So maybe he'll be the replacement for Pascoe next over as Vora comes in. At the halfway mark, 25 overs done, 25 remain, and a good fight back from PACC. A push and a single as it's nice and straight. Pascoe cuts it off in front of the side screen. Well, that's all Gaz has to do here. 90-run partnership. He's just got 23 of them, but he's out there. He's survived. And rotate the strike back to the big hitting Nasrullah, 70 off 48. Now will he attack Vora? You'd expect he probably would. Oh, that's flat and it's straight. One bounce, 4 runs. Tale of two parts of this game, really. KCC having PACC 67 for 6. Now all of a sudden it's 161 for 6. Won the toss, elected to bat PACC. Early on, didn't look like a great decision, but with the older ball, it's go time now. And leg by, I think that's the first leg by today. I've seen no bowled, no LBWs, which I think is probably testament to the AstroTurf surface that we're using. You usually see a lot more of the KCC stumps lighting up. Easier conditions for the batters. Gaz in two minds, was going to wind up, then thought about trying to feather it through the slips cordon again. Got nothing on it. Six runs so far from the 26th. Flicked off the pads. There's a short square inside the circle. Chris Carter keeps it to a dot. 26 done. PACC 162 for 6. There's the bowling card so far. 5 bowlers used. Atik with just 3 left. Everyone else with 5 apart from Pascoe, who is going to have a break here. And it's going to be not Hassan Khan, but Azaz Khan back into the attack. He's got 1 for 24 off his 5. But they've still got to find another 24 overs out of those bowlers. Pascoe's going at 11.75. So Atkinson on screen there talking to Azaz is going to take a decision here, because if these two survive until the end, they're going to be able to attack a slow bowler. They can somehow break this 95-run partnership. $95-run partnership. A game-saving partnership. Could be a game-winning partnership at this rate. Zaz Khan to Nasrullah Rana. Takes a single to move to 75, the 3/4 century mark. An underappreciated milestone, 3/4 century. That one's going to be in the extras column. Umpire John Prakash doing some exercise. Big swing, top edge. There's not going to be anyone to get to that one. Just out of the reach of Heisinger, is scurrying back. It's risky from Gazumpha, but he survives again. I'll be interested to see Gazumpha bowl this afternoon. Because if he can carry the amount of luck that he's had with the bat over with the ball, he's probably going to get a Michelle Pfeiffer. There's Nasrullah back on strike, and he just picks it up and flicks. And once again, another milestone brought up with a maximum, the 100-run partnership between Nasrullah Runner and Mohammad Gazumpha, 104 off 92, 5 fours and 10 maximums. 60 runs of this partnership coming in maximums. There's been 10 maximums in this partnership, 9 of them from Nasrullah Runner. That was his 9th. Swings hard again. He's got all of this. Pascoe has to judge it. Gets underneath at the end of the partnership. The end of the big innings from Nasrullah Runner. He's out for 81. PACC lose their 7th on 171. Tried one too many times to clear that short boundary over the bowler's head, and Azaz Khan gets the last laugh. He gets his 2nd. Nasrullah Runner, a fine knock, 81, comes to an end. A big wicket for KCC. Big round of applause from the PACC dugout for Nasrullah Runner. Saved the innings for PACC when they were in all sorts of strife at 67 for 6. But now Tariq Samir comes to the crease to join the lucky Gaz. Zaz 2 for 33. Dan Pascoe, when that ball was skied up from Runner, actually misjudged it at first. He went backwards 1 step, then realised, oh, I need to go in about 3 more steps to get underneath it. But the wise head of the professor judged it well in the end and took it shoulder height. Safe pair of hands. Gets the big breakthrough. Tariq Samir to face Azaz Khan. 2 balls left of the 27th. Has he got an edge straight away? Yes, he has. He's on a hat-trick. Azaz Khan gets Tariq for a golden duck, and PACC lose their 8th on 171. Tariq was unmoved, but the finger went up. Umpire Prakash heard the edge, as did Azaz, and Tommy Heisinger again getting another catch. Navdeep Singh coming to the crease at number 10. Hat Hat-trick ball for Azaz Khan. Might have been quite the fight back from KCC. After a 100-run partnership, 104 all of a sudden. Hat-trick. Ball upcoming. So the pressure's on. They've put the slip in place. They've got two gullies there, top left of screen, Wakas and Jamie. Sonny at point. I'm still keeping a deep square leg in place. He lets it go. Azaz can't believe he didn't get a hat-trick. He does get 2 wickets and breaks that massive partnership. A big over from Azaz Khan. He's got all the threes, 3 for 33 after 27. PACC of 171 for 8. We thought he was coming back, and he's coming back now. Hassan Khan, new to the KCC setup this season. He's got a wicket already and a run out to his name. Four wickets to Tommy Heisinger with the gloves on as well. Taking 4 catches and a run out. I'd give him a Michelle. He's got a wicket keeper's Michelle. 4 catches behind and an assist to the run out. So he's had a big day. Hassan Khan to Mohammad Ghazamfa. He needs to survive now and find some runs. He swung hard, but just edged out towards square leg for a single. Now Navdeep Singh. And again, happy to shoulder arms outside off. KCC will be looking to keep PACC under 200 here. Go into the innings break. On top, on the Astro, onto the short boundaries over the bowler's head. Good batting lineup. I think they've got the chance to chase that down. Edge gone. First slip. Chris Carter takes the catch. And Hassan gets a second. Naveed Singh is out for a duck. PACC lose their 9th on 172. That was a good glove from Chris Carter in first slip. This time down low to his right. Watch on the replay here. Down low to the right. A good diving catch from Chris Carter. That's going to bring the number 11 to the crease. Mohammad Waheed. Also back from the UAE. PACC packed with Hong Kong China players. He'll be one of the strike bowlers coming out after the innings break with Nazrullah Rana. Looking to get early wickets, as KCC did. The score on 172. I've lost 3 for 1 here, I think, by my count. 171 brought up the century partnership between Nazrullah Rana and Mohammad Ghazamfa. And since then, 1 run, 3 wickets. Hassan Khan to Mohammad Waheed. Inside edge, gets off the mark, rotates back to Gaz. Now, how does Ghazamfa attack this now? He's the lead batter by far. He's on the quarter century. Does he try to attack Hassan, or do they keep finding the quick singles? It's a vacant leg side here. Just ease it onto the leg side. Take the one. Waits on it, swats it through the offside. Diving effort in the field by Wakas Bakat. Beautifully done. Saves 3. Gets a round of applause from the bowler. Hassan Khan's happy with that. Keeps his figures much better. Now Mohammad Waheed back on strike. Face the final delivery of the 28th. Oh, a big swing and a miss, but he missed it all. So a wicket and 3 runs coming from the 28th. PACC 174 for 9. Azaz Khan to continue in his 7th over, 3 for 33. Big swing, flat bat 6. Wow, that's just smoked. Gaz has just got onto that one and given it some. Short boundary again, so he just clears the front foot just to the side of the sight screen over mid-off. Look to wind up on that one into the thigh pad. All bonus runs now. Gazumpha can just get that score up over 200. Just sits in the mind of the team chasing that they know they've got to get more than 200. Flat again. Almost killed his own player. Mohammad Waheed having to take evasive action. Does so, 4 runs. Ten runs so far. Back live. Oh, it's going to be 16 runs as he flat bats it onto the mid-on side this time. Zaz Khan, who had nice figures of 3 for 33, all of a sudden has 3 for 49. Waits on this one, keeps it along the ground. Sonny does a good job picking it up. A little wide with the throw as he was off balance. That's a good result for Azaz, to be honest. Get Gazumpha down the other end. Attack the new batter, the number 11, Mohammad Waheed. We know he's nice and agile at least, Waheed. Taking a dive to get out of the way of that flat 4 from Gazumpha. Final delivery of the 29th. And he'll be happy to dot that one out. Big over, 17 runs coming from the 29th. PACC 191 for 9. Check over at Tinkwong Road Recreation Ground, the other game of the Premier League one-day series. Diaskor Little One taking on USRC. Big partnership at the moment between, well, there was a big partnership between the captain Haider Ali and Munir Dar, but Dar has just been dismissed recently for 21. The captain, though, Haider Ali, still out there in the middle, 82 not out. And there we go, bang again. Gaz, as I said, he needs to take over, and he does as he moves to 49. We're going to see another half century. We're going to see another milestone, perhaps, with a maximum. We'll go back. The 50 runs came up with a 6. The 100 came up with a 6. The 150 came up with a 6, which was also Gazumpha's half century. The 100 partnership came up with a 6. And now Gazumpha's got a chance. Can he do it? Or does he want to do a tip and run single? As it is, it's a dot. That's not something you see every day over there at the other Premier League one-day game. The USRC captain has bowled 8 overs. Bubba Hyatt. Now he's captain and moved over to USRC. He can bowl himself. 8 overs done for 43 so far for Bubba. Big top edge. It's going to fly over the top. Is it? No, it's going to get taken. What a catch. Atiq Iqbal running all the way back. Finishes off the innings. And that's it for PACC. A brilliant catch from Atiq Iqbal. He rounds out the innings. Gazumpha falls one short of his 50. And PACC are bowled out for 197. Have a look at the batting and bowling cards as we go into the innings break here. We'll get confirmation. I'm assuming we're going to go into an innings break, not the lunch break. The batting card, and it was a first ball duck for Zishan Ali off the bowling of Atiq Iqbal. Hafiz didn't last long either. Neither did the new recruit Hamza. Fighting 12 from Tariq Nawaz, and a nice partnership with Yassin Murtaza until a mix-up caused him to be run out. Yassin with a 35, most of them in boundaries. Nothing on the board for the captain, Tanvir Afzal. But a big 81 from Nazrullah Rana, getting the score up to where close to 200. That 104 partnership with Mohammad Gazumpha, the last wicket to fall on 49 ducks for Tariq Samir and Navdeep Singh. Mohammad Waheed not out for 197 on the board. Have a look at the bowling card for KCC Premier. Atiq Iqbal with a 2 for 2 early wickets, very well, and that catch at the end, just ridiculous. Dash Vora with a single wicket, 1 for 33. Good bowling from him. Fight back after a couple of tough weeks with the ball in hand. And 3 for Azaz Khan. He was on a hat-trick. And 3 for the new recruit for KCC, Hassan Khan, 3 for 26. So there's a match summary. We're in the innings break here at Kowloon Cricket Club. PACC putting on 197. KCC will lead 198 for victory. Join us shortly for all the exciting action of the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League one-day series. Welcome back, Kowloon Cricket Club. Aaron Bush with you. Premier League one-day series innings break before the lunch break. With 198 required, Mohammed Waheed bowling to Jamie Atkinson. And extras to start with down the leg side from Waheed. Really was an interesting first innings. 67 for 6. Then that big partnership, 104-run partnership. A few late runs for Gaz. No, 197 on the board. Will it be enough? Oh. Another wide. Atkinson will feel he missed out there. He was eyeing up the Atco zone. And 2 runs on the board already. No legal deliveries. They've got a deep forward square. They know how much Atkinson likes to go that way. Nice and straight. Will get cut off. Fees Khan picks it up. Now Sunny Bimsari are on strike for the first time today. Of course, the Wasp projector down on the screen, well in KCC's favour. But early wickets will get PACC back in this game. Early call of no from Atkinson as Sunny wanted to get off the mark. On the AstroTurf, there was early wickets for KCC. But that early morning rainstorm just before the game, where the covers were off, dampened up the pitch. It's been bright sunshine since. So you'd expect it to be mostly dry out there, maybe not doing as much. We'll see. Oh, got onto Sunny a bit quick, but he manages to dribble it out to mid-wicket. Past the outside edge this time. A good delivery from Waheed. Slip in place. Can't see their heads. Chopped off at the top, but Zishan Ali with the gloves on, of course. Yasser Murtaza in first slip. And Tariq Nawaz there at a wideish third slip towards gully. Also got a backstop. Nazrullah runner down the leg side, inside the circle. And another one. Squares Atkinson up. Lots of chat out there in the field from PACC. Putting another slip in with those 2 balls going past. Nazrullah moving across from that backstop on the leg side. So no one at fine leg. No one at extra cover either. Cover region, 4 runs. Down and delivered, finish the over. This first boundary, 8 runs coming from the KCC Premier. Need another 190 from here on the replay. Maybe outside the circle offside. Gets down, wide delivery, picks it up over the top. More work to do for Hong Kong assistant coach Andy Lord. Nazrullah runner to bowl over number 2. What sort of field placing he got? They've got a catching mid-wicket place for Sunny Bimsari. Maybe expecting Nazrullah to get on to Sunny a little quick. Nazrullah starts down leg side, so the same way as Mohammed Waheed. And nobody backward of square, down to the little red track. First into action, our little red track. Nice play. Nice pivot from Sonny Barrier. Used the passive nice little runner. Off the stump, the spin. And happy little actor. A boundary each to start with here for the opening pair for KCC. The break will be around 1:18. Also on the show, he's just going to use the blue, get some swing. Not going to see much. So Sonny confident to leave it alone outside off. Do have a deep third and a back square. Was much squarer than that, but because of that shot from Sonny for 4, they've gone a little backward square. No fun leg as we can straight onto. That's pretty much what he does. And again, little red in the action again. Here at Howland Cricket Club. Survive Super W and red tracked up. 2 turns later, a little doing. Enjoying these liveries from Sport at the moment. He knows it, but one run off the over so fast. 3 legal deliveries come. And still batting down as well. KCC. Also, full toss. Sonny, look at umpire shot. Chris says it's just underway. That was fast and fierce. It's managed to get on ball. On the pitch, this one just on the pitch. Zoomed off to first step. Charlie having to do some work. Touching it up there, his shoulder. He's back okay. Hong Kong man, wicked position. His teammate, Murtaza, next door, always in that Philip position. Looks fire gap to cover point. That's fire gap. Smith can't chase that one down and a boundary. The one off this over from Sonny. And Harry here, Serbia. Fully handed the fielding made. Pick the gap between Samir and Hamza Khan. Right, damage to the KCC bowlers. Looks like a bit turn sieve here for Nazrul, holding off his favour. More left. Now find one here. Just what Muhammad does the fielding and hold on to the ball. To bowl next over up shore. Up to 2. KCC 20. Loss of no wicket. Needing 175 more. Muhammad Wahid lets him run single and put pressure on the field. To a fly step off none. Captain Atkinson back on back. In the other game at Road Ocean Ground in the Hong Kong China Premier League 1 Day Series. Dick will swat. On some runs. They've gone over the 200 mark. The back of the captain, Ali. He's still out in the middle. James can't find it. Different run single. He'll do his own thing. 40th over. That's cool. So 115 4. Sherkan in the middle with Header Ali's on 99 in that game. Yeah. Right, flowing so far for KCC. What does that get through? Right off. And I kept put Header Ali brought Sandy for Discord also the captain. 101 off 102. It's enough the score off that of Header Ali. This little Sherkan who's on quarter century mark to 5 himself. Yeah. David and wide out runs back to square. Quite in the act. Which is that area forward square around that corner. Very from that leg side. Strong end, uncovered by 4, and then shuffles to dash, so pick it up, take it only 1 at a deep square leg. Everyone's on the over sofa. Ball to the third. Runs at the moment. Is pretty over. KCC going to touch under 10. And that one alone as well. It just shaves in after passing this. We find to third KCC. To hit some wicket. And the wicket's fallen. Nazrullah Rana. Sonny, I'm not sure he thinks he got anything on that one. And he's got to depart in the first wicket. Nazrullah Rana. Sonny thinking that one came off the pad, but caught well down on the leg side by Zishan Ali. And it's going to send Cullen Chalu, I believe, out at number 3. Cullen Chalu to join Jamie Atkinson. Newly into the Hong Kong China side, Cullen Chalu, playing a couple of games for KCC Premier before returning to New Zealand. He'll be looking to survive through to lunchtime here. Nicely played first off, but can't beat Samir at point. He's been playing a lot of T20s for Hong Kong China, Cullen Chalu. When I first saw him play for Hong Kong China, his style seems more suited to the 50-over format, which I haven't seen him play since back in the ICC Challenge League, in fact. So he's got his chance today. They're putting the pressure on. Basically 3 slips or 2 slips and a gully. It comes down the crease. Didn't get anything on it. Takes the extra. He knows that vacant's fine leg with the packed offside fielders available, just as Sonny and Jamie have. No mid-wicket for Nazrullah. Just the deep square leg and a wideish mid-on. Is that a 7-2 offside field? Really is packed. 4 behind point, and then a forward point, extra cover and mid-off. And he's gone straight through and cleaned up. The lights go up at KCC. Cullen looks back, notices his middle stump is missing. Nazrullah's got 2. Chalu out for a duck. KCC 29 for 2. Fast, aiming in and straight through the gate. First time today we've seen the KCC stumps light up from a bowled. Lots, pretty much all caught apart from 1 run out in that first innings. And not the start for KCC Premier Cullen Chalu was looking for. Been a very good start for Nazrullah Rana. He's got 2 wickets this over already. Azaz Khan comes out. We saw plenty of wickets fall with the new ball early this morning. It seems similar things happening now. Zaz gets a good bat on ball to start with. After his smashing 80-odd, Nazrullah has come out and got a couple as well. Early days, of course, but be a good chance for player of the match if PACC can pick up the victory here today. Well, if they do, he's a shoo-in because he saved the team with the bat. And at the moment, he's doing similar with the ball in hand. Very wide again, though. There's been a few stray deliveries. It looks a little precarious for KCC Premier, but you've got to remember at the same point, after 3.4 overs, PACC were 14 for 3. So it's the kind of game on the Astro that the wickets fall early. And then as the ball gets older and less shine, it can be taken for boundaries. Very nice forward punch cut off by Hafiz Khan, though. Sunshine and clouds, that kind of day. Occasionally a nice breeze to cool things down. Not as hot as it was here on Monday when we were recording the 8 for 52 podcast up on the top of the swimming pool pavilion here at Cowling Cricket Club. That was a scorching day. One ball left of the fourth. Looks to find a gap through cover point. Cannot. Cut off by Samir. What a big over that was from Nazrullah Rana, getting PACC back in it after 4. KCC 30 for 2. Need another 168 from here. Mohamed Waheed continuing. Pegging it back after 2 early big overs. Waheed's last one going for 5, and Nazrullah, the only runs coming in that previous over were in extras. Full. Half volley to Hafiz. Had to get the body behind that one because it was absolutely smoked from Atkinson. If he'd found a metre either side, it was 4 runs for sure. Not much of Hafiz Khan to get behind the ball. Bit of a whippet. We'll see him with ball in hand perhaps. Getting a 6 for yesterday in Saturday Div 1. A single to Atkinson on that vacant leg side. Zaz Khan back on strike, looking to get off the mark. Body behind ball as they strengthen the slip cordon. Yassim moving across to second slip and Gaz moving into first slip. Tariq Nawaz just floating. Fourth slip. Finish gully catching position. So charge from Azaz, flat bat for calls of catch, but no way Hafiz Khan was getting to that one. Azaz gets off the mark, tacks that short boundary to the pavilion end. You can see him come down the pitch to Waheed. Open the wrist to touch, that's why they call it catch. Thought that it would carry to the wide-ish mid-off Hafiz Khan, but no such luck. And Zaz gets off the mark. A loud appeal. Not out, says umpire De Cruz. Waheed picks himself up. 5 again off the over from Mohammed Waheed. After 5, going at 7s, KCC 35 for 2. Of course, Nasrullah runner to continue. 2 wickets in his previous. Over. One guided through backward point. Oh, Yorker length. Tip and run as puts captain to captain. Tanvir would like probably to get a run out or a catch of JB Atkinson to return the favour as Atco took that catch to remove Tanvir for a duck. This time safely through, gets a single. A charge from Azaz. He saw it happen to his bowling off and over, and he's going to now start doing it to the PACC bowlers. Straight back for 6. Just outside off and straight over the top of the side screen. Nicely played. One is Nasrullah this time. Looking for a single. You're going to have to work here. Quick throw. Jamie gets in safely. Wasn't far away. Could pick up and throw. Waheed with the one action pick up and throw, but was off balance and it just took a little bit of the power out of the throw. Didn't hit the stumps anyway, but if it did, Atkinson was home. Atkinson, 11 off 14. Very wide. Just inside the tram line, says umpire John Prakash. So a dot ball. Good runs again as KCC push up into the 40s. Jamie he's just asking somebody behind the sight screen if they can either move forward or move back. Just standing on the edge of his line of sight. He's in no hurry to move. He's in a bright orange shirt as well, so it stands out. He's shuffled on past now. We can continue. 1 ball left to the 6th. Well, they're going to have to re-bowl the last ball of the 6th as runner goes down leg side again. After this ball, legal or not, we'll have a look at the other game over at Mission Road. They should be in the innings break by now. Jamie will just take that easy single in a vacant mid-wicket region. Retained strike and a 6. KCC are 45 for 2. Let's head over to Tin Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Nope, they're still going. 3 overs, 2.4 overs remaining. Oh, lots of wickets have fallen. Header Ali has departed. Diasko Little Sai 241 for 7. Looking to try to survive the last 2 overs. Get the score over 250, perhaps. And we checked in, last time we checked in, Header Ali got his 100, was 101. He got 1 more run. And then he was out. Fahad Hayat getting that wicket, caught by Zakir. Not many wickets on offer over there on the Astro either. 2 for Fahad, and Akbar Khan also with a 2. I didn't know that actually, that Bubba Hyatt's taken over as captain at USRC as Muhammad Waheed continues. Starts with a dot. Last time, well, for USRC Elite at least, Akbar Khan captain, but Bubba. And he bowled himself. He's bowled 8 overs so far, no wickets. I got a message from someone saying, I didn't know Bubba bowled. I mean, only when he's captain. No other captain lets him bowl. Right, here, Muhammad Waheed to Atkinson. Packed offside field. They've taken a slip out. Gaz has gone back to deep third now. Little delay here. Zaz Khan. With the new shaved hair. I know why it's shaved. I can tell that story. Oh, Atco looked to go through the Atco zone. Got the toe with the bat only. Could have gone anywhere. He stayed along the ground for a single. Just back from Saudi Arabia, Azaz Khan. And part of the visit involved heads being shaved. So that's why it looks like it does. I saw some photos when he was in Saudi Arabia. It looked marvellous. It's good to have him back as well. Missing Bubba and Fahad Hyde, of course, this season, KCC Premier. Azaz Khan still staying with Kowloon Cricket Club. Looking in good touch to start with. Again, that single. Well, they're going to push for 2. No need. Happy with 1. On the pads, appealing for everything. No chance that one was going to be given. So tidy over, though. Just the 2 runs coming from... camera angle doesn't help me decide, but umpire De Cruz definitely had no interest in that one. So just the 2 singles coming from the 7th. Yasin Murtaza, we're going to see some spin. Not going to be too much spin, so it's all going to be about his speed, which is always criminally slow, and the drift. So Pascoe get punished by Nasrullah Runner. Interesting field. Yasim's confident he can bowl to his field because he's got a forward square almost mid-wicket in the deep, and then nobody backward of square on the leg side. 2 slips in place, round the wicket. A little bit of grip and slip, perhaps. So 3 on the leg side, catching mid-wicket. You can see there right in the middle of screen. And then mid-on and just off camera to the left is that forward square in the deep. What's going on here? Umpire John Prakash finding a marker for Yasim. A good ball there from Yasim. Maybe he is going to get it to... I guess if anyone's going to find some grip and rip, it's going to be the master that is Yasim Murtaza. Mid-wicket been taken out of place and a backward square and a deep mid-wicket covering the ACCO zone. Is again getting it to pop a little. And there's some people standing behind the side screen. And again, leaving it alone. Perhaps the arm ball from Yasim's coming. Just the slightest little bit of turn away. Is he going to come with one on middle stump that doesn't turn? But that can lead to ACCO opening up on the leg side. Faster one, and that's where he goes on the leg side. All the way for 6. Splits the gap between backward square and mid-wicket. Straight over the umpire's head for a maximum to finish off the over. 7 coming from it. And this was always going to be the trouble if it strays onto that middle and off stump. A shortish boundary towards Cox's Road. So the half century. Yet another milestone coming up with a maximum. That's the 5th by memory. And they're going to go with double spin. Mohammed Gazamfa. Interesting. Premier League Bowler of the Year, I believe, from the Cricket Hong Kong China Awards back in August. He's going to have his work cut out here today. I want to get another wicket before the lunch interval in around 20 minutes' time. And on the Astro, you've got to be the top of your game. And that's swatted away for 4. Azar's not even bothering to run. Had the deep square again, so he goes through mid-wicket this time. Zaz up to 17 now, keeping with 2 slips in place. Two slips in place. Yasser Murtaza, Tariq Nawaz in very close. Was a no ball, was it? Oh, that was awfully close. Azaz was sort of trotting at the end there, but gets through safely. Atkinson to face Gazamfa for the first time today. Comparison run scores very similar actually at the current time. The PACC were on 58, but they were 3 down at that point, and they were about to lose 3 more. Because we remember they were 67 for 6 before Nazrullah Runner, and the man on screen, Mohammed Gazamfa, put on a very handy 104-run partnership. This partnership at the moment, 31 between Atkinson and Azaz. Still plenty of cheer there from Tariq Nawaz in second slip. Oh, just faint edge down the leg side. There's probably 2 in that. Jamie's coming hard. He'll get 2. The slip over in the field from Yassim, racing out of first slip, allowing 2 onto the board. I feel like already in this first power play for KCC, there's been more singles and 2s than almost the PACC total innings. It was just so many boundaries. Nazrullah hit 9 sixes. Gaz hit 5 sixes. Completely missed that one, Jamie. Looking to go backward of square. So it's a dot to finish with. 8 runs coming from the 9th. 1 over left to the power play. KCC 62 for 2. Needing another 136. Yasser Murtaza to continue. Looked handy in his first over. Let's pick that one off middle stump though. That's going to be 4 runs. And once again, the Suscan, he knows when he's hit 4. The fielder was racing around from the left, but no chance of cutting that one off through mid-wicket. And leaves that one alone outside off. Looking good. Azaz Khan. Been happy the way he's played today. Back in Hong Kong for KCC. Missed a couple of Templars games in the Sunday Elite Division 1 while overseas. And of course, Atiq Iqbal, opening bowler for KCC Premier, now moved across from the Infidels in Div 2. He's going to play Templars this season as well. That's good news for KCC, along with Hassan Khan joining them. And that forward square in the deep's now gone straight out to deep mid-wicket to try to cut off Azaz. Have also got catching position at mid-wicket inside the circle. I think it's the 12th man, Chowdhury. That goes up, down, and over the top. That's 6 as well. Azaz Khan. 3 fours and 2 maximums. And 28. That's 24 runs in boundaries. And that's what I was saying earlier on, which I thought we'd see a lot more of today. That's hit well. One hand on it. It's going to keep trickling. They're going to get at least one as Gaz chases it down. And they're going to run on Gaz's arm. Yes, they are. And Azaz again just gently trots on through. End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. 10 done. The power play done. KCC Premier 74 for 2. Needing another 124 at 3.1. Power play done. Gaz to continue as we grind towards the luncheon interval here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Gazumfa to Jamie Atkinson. Goes through the Atco zone. Has he got enough? Oh, he's got enough on it. It's almost ended up in the Cox's Road playground outside the ground. Lucky he caught the top of a tree. Got plenty on it. Peppering the Atco zone. Both of these 2 batters now. No spin on offer, unfortunately, for Gaz on an Astro pitch. So straight on, back live. Goes Fuller. Doesn't give him the ability to go cross bat on that one. It's an interesting strategy here from Captain Tanveer Afzal, using his spinners early on, even after he saw what his batters did to the sole spinner for KCC. Early call of no on that one as well. Run rate required under 3 now. That shouldn't be an issue. It's going to be wickets needed for PACC today. They've got 2. They need to find another 8. It's not a pitch you can be trying to dot it out and defend 197. All bowling from one end due to storm damage. Goes back, goes fine. Work to do. We'll cut it off. Get back for 2. Seen a couple of doubles already in this innings. Happy to take the ones and twos as well as the boundaries. Again, back into the crease. And you can pick out Hamza Khan cover. Just notice Tanveer Afzal, the captain's moved away from mid-on. He's put himself at backward point. Chased down that last double. Hafiz Khan's moved back to a wideish long off for Atkinson, plus the deep mid-wicket as well. Again, playing across the line, gets nothing on it. End of the over. 9 runs coming from the 11th. KCC going along at 7.55. They're 83 for 2. Yasim Murtaza to Azaz Khan. Defends to start with. Yasim's gone for 19 already off his first 2. Beats 1, beats 2. That's going to be 4. Backward of point. Again, Azaz finding the boundaries off Yasim. Back live. Oh, an attack again. That's huge. That might be on Jordan Path. I don't think we're getting that one back. That almost ended up on the top of the tennis at the pavilion. There's a tennis court 4 stories up, and it was that high as it flew past out of the ground. There's another ball's run out. Wow, that is a big 6. We expected to see plenty of it. We've seen plenty of 6s, but none bigger than that one from Azaz Khan. Well, they decide to get a fresh pill for Yasim. Azaz and Akko will take that time to grab themselves a little drink. Yeah, up to 40 now, Azaz Khan. And again, Yasim's been taken for plenty. I know they're a bit short on the pace attack here. Mohammed Waheed's off the ground as well. They've got the 12th player out there in the form of Chowdhury. What other options have they got? They can bowl Hafiz. I'm not sure what Hafiz is bowling these days. If he's bowling seamers or spin. Let's see very established batters as well. We must be creeping towards the luncheon interval because I see our lunch arriving here in the KCC swimming pool pavilion. Probably 2 more overs or 1 after this. Oh, that's swatted nicely through extra cover this time. Along the ground. 4 to finish. 14 coming from the 12th. Azaz moves to 44. KCC heading towards the 3-figure mark. They're 97 for 2. They need 101 from here. Well, they're going to stick with spin here as Gazumfa bowls a third. Full, swatted. Good fielding, though. That was very handy. Tariq Samir at extra cover. The roll dive save 4. This is what I've liked between Atkinson and Azaz. They've taken the boundaries where they can, but they've also defended the good balls, not giving up any chances. They put a backward square to go with a deep mid-wicket for Gaz. No long on, no cow corner. And again, picks out Samir. He does the roll. And saves another 4. Gaz is confident. Umpire De Cruz says no. Goes backward a square, and the 12th man. Chowdhury down there near the little red tractor. Picks it up, saves 3. Tidy from Gaz. Just the single so far. Have to go back to the 7th over, where KCC haven't scored a boundary in an over. Azaz is going to make sure this one's another one as well. Through cow corner. And so that was vacant. And that's exactly where he goes. 5 runs coming from the 13th. 100 up for KCC Premier. They're 102 for 2. Possibly the last over before the luncheon break here at KCC. Yasim Murtaza, even though he's being punished, he's going to continue. 3 overs, going at 11s, none for 33 so far. Jamie comes down. We'll find out to the deep Hafiz Khan protecting at long off. Just a single to start. Azaz Khan brings up his half century with yet another 4, 52 off 30 deliveries. That's his 7th 4. He's liking the bowling of Yasim Murtaza today. That's a beautiful sweep shot. Took the fielders out of play. Got 3 maximums to go with his 7 4s as well. Floats one up this time, and Azaz doesn't bite. Happy to just push it back. '78-run partnership now. Really swung the momentum back in KCC's favour after those 2 quick wickets. Long way forward. Probably hitting outside the line as well. Goes the smother. Probably a couple of more overs after this, in fact, with the delays for finding new balls thanks to Azaz Khan. Hasn't been the quickest of sessions from PACC, even with the slow bowlers. So 5 runs coming from Yasim's 4th. It's the tidiest of the lot for him. 107 on the board, past the halfway mark now for KCC Premier. They need 91 more at 2.53. And the spin has been put in the bin for a while. Nazrullah runner back into the attack, perhaps to try to generate a wicket before the lunch break. It's got 2 already. There's only 2 been taken. So he's the man. Captain Tanvir Afzal's throwing in the ball again. He's bowled 3 overs only, so he's got plenty up his sleeve. Interesting decision to rest him. But the other opening bowler, strike bowler for PACC, Mohammed Waheed, I believe is still off the field somewhere. Limping a touch. I can tell you he's only got 1 cricket boot on, so that is not a good sign for PACC. That's why the spinners are bowling so much. Okay, so it's going to be Nazrullah. He's got a deep forward square. And where else is everyone? Oh, a wideish fine leg down at the scoreboard. I couldn't see Chowdhury down there, but he's out in the deep as well. That goes out on the leg side. Gaz is out at deep cover as well. I don't think they're using more than 3 because they've got slip and gully and backward point in place. And now for Azaz, they're bringing Gazumfa in from deep cover point to cover point. And a charge from Azaz. Oh, one-handed taken. What a screamer. That's going to take us to the lunch break. What an absolute screamer that was. The captain, Tanvir Afzal, with one hand stuck out to the right. That's the end of Azaz Khan for a fabulous 52. What a grab. Just threw the right mid up. Azaz thought he was picking up another boundary, but in the end, he has to depart, and we're not going to have a lunch break yet. Chris Carter coming to the crease. I thought once we got past the 120 mark that a wicket might generate the lunch break, but the umpires have decided we'll continue on. They've got to 130. And Chris Carter's got 8 or so minutes to survive, and ends a nice big partnership as well between Jamie Atkinson and Azaz Khan. Great catch from Tanvir Afzal. Sometimes it's those things that can change the match. Captain's catch. Chris Carter comes to the crease. The team nicely set past the halfway mark. They wouldn't like to lose another wicket or 2 here before the lunch break, KCC. They'll be more than happy to see it out. And that's 3 for now for Nazrullah. 3 wickets down for KCC, and Nazrullah Rana has them all. Starts with 1 down leg, as he did in the first few overs as well. Gives Carter a sighter. I mean this with no ill intent, but if Tariq Samir was at mid-on, that would have been 4 runs. But as the very tall Tanvir Afzal, and very long levers as well, probably the tallest man out there, I'd reckon, Tanvir Afzal, maybe Gaz, But I'd like to see them back to back. But anyway, only those two would have been able to take that catch and did so. Oh, nicely scooped out from the Yorker length along the ground. Even Nasrullah Runner, had he been fielding on mid-on off his own bowling, wouldn't have been able to get a hand to that one. And it's those things, you just have the right player in the right position at the right time and breaks a massive partnership. It's given some width and given some treatment. Carter will get off the mark. Going through cover, extra cover, picks the gap between Gazumpha and Samir. Had all the time in the world and plenty to have a watch on that one as it was wide and shortish. Good way to get off the mark. Settle the nerves. 3 balls left to the 15th. 1:25 p.m. local time. It's not the fastest of overs, especially with the wicket falling. I feel like lunch might be coming. Onto the hips and fine one. Looks like Atkinson will be happy with just one. Carter gets off the mark. Off the strike, I should say. Got off the mark, of course, with his 4. Still waiting to get back to his mark here. Nasrullah Runner. He's putting a long on in place for Atkinson, which is, again, Tanvir, the captain. Along the ground to Hafiz Khan at mid-off. Yassim's going to bowl again. I mean, pulled it back in his previous over. 5 runs coming from that one. $114 for 3. 84 required from here. Carter, long way forward. Well, crowding Carter here. 3 slips in place. He dabs it to second slip. Maybe as I know you're there, Tariq Nawaz. Interesting field setup. It's obviously going to leave a lot of gaps elsewhere. Got a deep mid-wicket, deep backside square. Man, the only 2 outside the circle. And decides to leave that one alone outside off. Tidy from Yassim, but also factor in that these two are just looking to make it through to lunch and then come back out after a fine lunch in the KCC swimming pool pavilion. Finish the game off for KCC. So Carter will be more than happy just to dot this one out. And another dot. Are we going to continue here? Looks like we are going to continue. Maiden over for Yasim Murtaza. He's really dialed it back after going at 11s off those first three. Looks like after that, we are going to take lunch, not going to take another over here at KCC. As we go into the lunch break, we'll have a look at the batting and bowling card and head off for a fine feed. The captain out there opening, Jamie Atkinson, still out there, 32 off 41. Put together a marvellous partnership with Azaz Khan. Azaz out for 52 off 35. As they get a round of applause, and Carter just dotting out that final over. The bowling card for PACC so far. Used 4 bowlers, only one of them managing to find wickets. Nazrullah Runner, who found all the runs with the bat, now found all the wickets with the ball, 3 for 34. The rest just grinding away. So we're in the lunch break here at Kowloon Cricket Club for the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League one-day series for 25-26. Join us in around 30 minutes time for all the exciting action here live from Kowloon Cricket Club.